Hi everybody, this is Leia, and in this video I will be showing you a tarot spread that will help you discover some insights from other lifetimes you've lived. So, obviously, those who believe in reincarnation or parallel lives might enjoy this more than those who don't believe or who don't know what to believe when it comes to this subject. But it is my opinion that regardless of where you stand, what comes up could be very helpful as long as it's relevant to your current lifetime. So, the querent of this reading won it in a mini contest on my Facebook page. If you want to participate in these little giveaways, make sure you click like on facebook.com/leia.evangelista and stay tuned for my status updates, where I announce that I'm doing a tutorial such as this one and am welcoming those who want to be the subject of the demo reading in the video. Now let's begin. The cards have been shuffled and picked from random spots in the deck prior to filming with the intention that the most helpful ones for us and our querent are what reveal themselves. We are using the Ludi Lescott Tarot, which I felt drawn to because these cards tell a very graphic story, which I feel is fitting for our purposes. If you like what you see on the cards, I'll post the link to the review I did on them in the video description. The layout we're using is from the book 365 Tarot Spreads by Sasha Graham. This is what the book looks like, just in case you're interested. So card number 1, which is that one right there, is Who Was I in a Past Life? And we have number 20 from the Major Arcana, Judgment. It appears to me that our querent has been in a position of great power over others before. While it wouldn't surprise me that she's had political influence in some way, if this were indeed the case, I feel that at least she's had command over people one way or another, such as being born into a family of influence and wealth where she had servants whose futures were highly dependent on her good graces. And again, just a reminder, when you do a reading like this with your own clients, do it not just as a novelty. Have fun with it, but address the relevance of the information that comes up to your querent's current lifetime, because that's how you can make sure that what you receive is actually helpful, useful. And so I'm telling my querent now, by all means, go ahead and ponder upon how any of this applies to you today, in this life. Now card number 2, which is the one that's just slightly above card number 1 right there, is Where Did I Live? And we have number 5 from the Major Arcana, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about traditions and the old ways, the tried and true for many people. And what I am receiving very strongly through my intuition is a European influence. I'm picking up on perhaps France and the UK in particular. There's a very old world feel here. So to all of you watching this as a tutorial, what you pick up in each of the cards might not necessarily be from the same lifetime. They should ideally all have some relevance to the querent, however. Also, with a reading like this, you are going to be using your intuition a lot, so get ready to have lots of fun with that. Card number 3, which is the top left one over there, is Was I Happy? And our card is the 9 of Cups. In traditional tarot, this is the wish card, so it does signify happiness and fulfillment. In our reading, what I am getting is that our querent found happiness in this long ago other lifetime by taking what pleased her. If you look at the picture on the card, the figure in front appears to be a vampire who just fed on the blood of the figure in the background. So go ahead and rewind the video a little bit if you want to take a look at the picture again. I feel that in our querent's current lifetime, she has come to a point where she's realized Her happiness is no longer dependent on that rush that exercising her power over others can bring. So it's a lesson from the soul's perspective. Now card number 4, which is the one right beside card number 3, asks, who was my soulmate? And we have the Knave or Page of Swords. This would signify someone smart and witty, someone on the intellectual side with quick reflexes who knew how to handle themselves in the face of challenges, someone who could think fast and on their feet. I think having this person around came in handy for the times they lived in. Our querent and this Knave of Swords persona wanted to make sure no one could pull a fast one on them. It feels to me like the kind of relationship where they wanted everyone to know who was boss, if indeed they were influential people in their times. Card number 5, which is the next one to the right, asks, is it the same soulmate from this life? And we got the 4 of Cups. I am getting the sense that our querent has actually outgrown that type of relationship. The feeling I'm getting from our card is that person isn't currently around, but it isn't a loss at all for our querent because she's very different now from the person she was back then, and that partner from another lifetime had a role to play in her life because they were on the same vibrational level. It seems to me that this person was more of a karmic partner whose presence in our querent's life helped her learn a lot, but she's dealing with a different set of lessons now, and so she's surrounded by and close to a different set of people as well. For card number 6, that one over there, we have, did I have children? Our card is the Ace of Pentacles. While I am getting the feeling that a child or 2 at the most were part of the picture, this card is immediately diverting our focus to money and material possessions. This card is telling us that the priority in this past lifetime involved status rather than family. In the reality our querent lived in, family appeared to be more of an accessory and a means to carry your lineage forward, but it certainly wasn't about love and closeness and support. So I believe the answer to this question would be yes, and it all still relates to the one same lifetime, despite what I said earlier about the possibility of details from different lifetimes coming up. Card number 7 is, what did I do for a living? And we have number 15 from the Major Arcana, the Devil. Getting this card for me confirms what I've been saying this whole time about our querent being influential and having some kind of control over others. The Devil card is all about things or forces that have a hold on us, regardless of whether they're good for us or not. I also get the impression that money was involved in such a way where people would pay in exchange for special favors or deals. It's very politically driven. Just to clarify, in an actual reading, you can go into a lot more detail. What we are doing here is a demo, and it can serve as inspiration for our querent to further explore if she feels called to do so. If you were to book an actual reading with me, we're going to go into way more detail. So this is kind of like a taste, just to go along with the placement of the cards in our tutorial. Moving on to card number 8, this one over here, we have, how did I die? And our card is the 10 of Cups. This card, which symbolizes security and stability, tells us that the querent didn't want for anything, even in death, during that lifetime. The picture being painted for us is that our querent was surrounded by physical comforts into the moment of death. Sure, it could have been an illness that took our querent's life, but family was around, and so were servants, as well as a doctor who made sure the querent's comfort was assured. our card does not tell the story at all of a sad death filled with despair. Card 9 over here is what was my life's lesson? And here we have the Queen of Cups. So apparently our querent learned in this lifetime, based on the card that came up, how to be more empathetic towards others. Her sympathy, caring, and compassion were awakened, and she became more aware of the challenges experienced by those who aren't as materially fortunate, so to speak. A sensitivity to others' needs, which is also connected to psychic sensitivity, could have been a gift born of this lifetime as well. And for card number 10, which I would say is the most important one of all these, the question is, what do I need to learn in this life? And by this life, that means this present, current one. Our card is number 19 from the Major Arcana, the Sun. And before we go on, I find it amusing as well that the glare from the light is right on that very card. Anyway, this revolves around optimism, expansion, hope, even in the darkest of times, and of course, great happiness. This is one of the most positive, if not the most positive card in all of the tarot. Relating it to our sample reading, it looks like our querent in this lifetime has been learning to enjoy and love life, to make the most of even situations that look bleak and turn them around, where she comes out a winner. I feel as well that this lifetime has shown our querent how powerful and capable she is on the inside, how she can manifest material blessings into her life because the power to do so is within her, in contrast to the lifetime that came up earlier where it appears there was an overemphasis on the material as an end in and of itself. So at this point, when you're done with individual card interpretations, you can step back and give an overview. For instance, in this case, I would say, we have quite a few major arcana cards. 4 out of 10 is almost half our spread, and these indicate the presence of very weighty and important life lessons from that other lifetime that are significant at present. Even if many of the previous challenges have been overcome, this lifetime for our querent began with the need for resolution of several issues related to this other lifetime. And out of the 6 cards remaining in our spread, all of which are, of course, minor arcana cards, 4 of these are from the suit of cups. This means that this reading is focused on feelings, emotions, creativity, and sensitivity, including the intuitive kind. You can also close the reading by asking your querent to pull a final card, either from the same deck or from an oracle card deck, so that the querent has a positive action or word of encouragement to take with him or her. For my querent, I am using Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance deck. It's this one right here, and I've done a review on this as well. If you want to see it, take a look at the link in the description. And the card that has come up for us is Una. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. This could simply be confirmation for our querent about what she already knows. That divine timing plays a huge role in events working out the way they do, and perhaps more importantly, that balance is important in life. So there's no need to try to cram in everything you want to get done all at once. Just take it easy. Pace yourself so you don't create any more stress for yourself or unnecessary stress to begin with. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed this and you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you get notified the moment the latest videos are uploaded. There are daily, weekly, and monthly readings on this channel, so there's always something to look forward to. Again, thank you so much for being here. Bye for now, and namaste.